How to touch his joystick and make him explode. Number one, start by making out while straddling him in your clothes. Both of you are clothed, all right? And while you're making out with him, use a lot of tongue and figure out how he likes it. Whether he likes you taking the lead or if he does like to take the lead. Make good use of the moment, because this is where you build the momentum for what's to come. Now, if you both are in bed, you should be straddling him with his clothes on. And even if you're standing, you can still manage to rub against him. Make sure your chest makes contact with him. Then go on and rub your lady parts against him, preferably against his meat, and grind him till he is rock solid and standing at attention for your next action, okay? Now, all this while, you should be making out as sexily as you can. Lick his lips, move away from his mouth, and then kiss his neck. You could even feather him with your nails. Touch his head or his hair to cause that tingling sensation. And make sure that your lips are soft and warm with your lip balm. Don't go with chapped lips. Secondly, you could get your hands into the mix. Don't forget to rub your hands on other parts of his body. So as you grind against him, start running your hands up and down his body. Go as far as, his hair and as low as his thighs, the outside of his thighs at first. Then slowly, as you rub in, you go farther and farther towards the top of his thighs, then inside them, all right? I think that your hand should get progressively closer to the joystick at this point in time. And then you move your behind between him and you rub your backside against his joystick in a very slutty way. You could even grind or hum dry him while you're straddling on him in bed. All of these things that I'm telling you, you're doing it while you both are clothed. He will be turned on because it's sort of like you're touching yourself with his joystick. And don't forget to make soft moans too, like make lips, bite and make faces. Be very sensual. Men are visual beings, so give them what they want. Then go back and start to concentrate on the joystick. You could rub it up and down in a very consistent motion. And in this process, he still has his joystick in his trousers, but stay away from any zipper because you might hurt yourself at the end of the day with a zipper if you're not careful. And thirdly, take his joystick out finally. And when you take it out, take the whole package out. The joystick and the testicles, all of them out. Then lube him up. If you're going for the quickie method, use Speed as lube if you don't have any handy, and you will need a lot of speed for the next move, which is starting to give him that hand job. So take hold of his, pen in your dominant hand and then slide. Don't jerk it. Just slide your hands from shaft to head and back again. Then pause to play with the head of his joystick, because why not? It's the most sensitive part. We know that by now. It's the most sensitive part for most guys. And then don't forget the frenulum. That's the bottom where the head meets the shaft, that V part, or his circumcision scar. Rub your thumb over it, stroke it. You will soon figure out where that spot is and why it is so important that you do not forget about the frenulum. It is so sensitive, as sensitive as that of the clitoris. Now, at this point, you could jerk his joystick. You could glide and slide, your hands along the shaft. Mix it up. Make sure that you're taking breaks to play with his sensitive spot, which is the head of the joystick. Make your hands as tight as possible and jerk slowly. You could also spread your fingers wide and jerk faster. All right. As soon as you feel him getting harder and harder, you could reach down with your other hand and then cup his balls. Wrap them lightly and tug them ever so gently downwards while you're moving your hands up and down. Faster, slower. Mix it along his shaft if you can multitask, because I know that not a lot of women can multitask. Then the fifth way to make him orgasm is by increasing the intensity of his orgasm. So just before he feels like he's about to come, reach behind his balls and, press hard on the area between his balls and the second door. It's called the perineum. I always talk about the perineum because it's where his P spot is. You need to know that there is a cluster of nerves there that will intensify his orgasm to the point of him coiling over and begging you to stop. So if he's ejaculating, make sure that you press that perineum. It will intensify his ejaculatory experience. So when he comes, jerk him off through it more gently, almost like you're milking the semen out of him. He will ask you to stop pressing and tugging his ball at this point because it gets too much for them, especially when they have ejaculated. But he still might have a little bit of semen left in him. So where does the semen go? Where does it end up? If you're somewhere quiet, you could get a toilet paper and just wipe up like a civilized human being, or you could gulp it if you're freaky like that. All right. Now, on my next episode, I would show you 9 secrets to giving him the best hand job ever. Until then, stay blessed.